After I did the Vermonster challenge with Tim, just came out of Best Buy. I don't know if you can see them two tour buses, but I think like once a year maybe, I think a group of Brazilians or like a big giant group comes to Disney each year. I'm not sure, but I just got a new case for my iPhone. I know I talked about getting a new case for my iPhone. So it's the Burton spec case for the iPhone 4. One thing, I actually looked up on a review for this, and the Burton company is like an actual snowboarding company from Vermont. I think it's ironic that I did the Vermonster challenge right across the street over there at Ben & Jerry's, which is actually from Vermont. I had the coolest like cashier at Best Buy or anywhere, because the case was like 42 something and change after taxes, and I gave him a 50. He actually did a little face on it, and he actually told me he did on another large bill. He did a face and put on like the side, "Why so serious?" So, and I was wondering, do you guys prefer longer videos, like 10 minutes plus, or like around 6 to 9, or anywhere from 3 to 9 minutes? You know, because like one week I can have like a 10-minute long video like I did at Playlist Live, or I can have like 3 to 5 minute video from like a challenge or whatever. Alright, so I don't know if I mentioned it in my Vermonster vlog yesterday or not, but we got these little ice cream scoop things. I don't know what in the world possessed us to get those, but yeah, it was crazy. Leave a comment below. Alright, so what I've looked up on YouTube is if you win the challenge or eat all your pizza or whatever, the pizza is free and you get a $60 gift certificate. Maybe I'll talk to some other YouTubers to see if they're interested in doing it, and I'm shooting for around August-ish, maybe September, around that time. So, yeah, and finally, the jury has reached a verdict on the Casey Anthony case. They're supposedly going to read about the verdict at 2:15 verdict, so let's see what happens.
The Circuit Court for the 9th Judicial Circuit in for Orange County, Florida. State of Florida versus Casey Marie Anthony. As to case number 2008 CF 15606-0. As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, on this 5th day of July, 2011, signed for person. As to the charge of aggravated child abuse, verdict as to count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed for person. As to the charge of aggravated manslaughter of a child, verdict as to count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed for person. As to the charge of providing false information to a law enforcement officer, verdict as to count 4. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of providing false information to a law enforcement officer as charged in the indictment. enforcement officer as charged in the indictment. So say we all dated Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed for person. As to the charge of providing false information to a law enforcement officer, verdict is to count 6. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of providing false information to the law enforcement officer as charged in the indictment. So say we all dated Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed for person. As to the charge of providing false information to a law enforcement officer, verdict is to count 7. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of providing false information to a law enforcement officer as charged in the indictment. So say we all dated Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed for person.
Alright guys, so that's pretty much it, and sorry about the change of clothes, but yeah, I guess I'll catch y'all next week. Peace out, guys.